Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Powerful Man Show. I am your host, Doug Holt, with the founder and my co-host, Tim, the Powerful Man Matthews.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, man. It's a beautiful day here in Bend, Oregon, where I am right now, and going to go sledding here with my son in a little bit.
I was about to ask, you been snowboarding yet this season?
No, the mountain hasn't opened, but the mountain got over 40 inches of fresh powder just recently. Yeah.
Wow.
But we are taking my 2.5-year-old. We're going to take him out sledding. He's stoked on it. And yeah, I'm excited. It's fun. You know, it's for him, right? You know, you can darn well bet I'm going to be jumping on that sled.
It's going to be great. I'm just going to take him up and teach him how to skiing class. I'll go boarding all day.
Yep. So this will be a big year for the little guy.
Yeah.
We'll get you out here for some snowboarding on the mountain. It's an amazing mountain.
Yeah, let's do it. We're actually looking at a few places to go this winter, so it's been far too long. So it was funny, before you and I jump on, when we talk about what we are going to talk about, we both just laugh and reminisce. Holy shit, I've been there. Yeah. And the thing that I want to bring to the table today is something that I would say every single businessman that I have had the pleasure of speaking with that has applied for the activation method has said to me. And I get it because I was there too. It's so easy to think in this way and box your life off, but it doesn't work. And that is, when I solve this business problem, whatever that is, then I'll be able to focus on my marriage. When we've hired these staff, then I'll have space to be able to focus on my marriage.
Yeah. Well, when I'm bringing in $1 million in revenue, $10 million in revenue.
Or I'm taking home $1 million, or when I'm, whatever it is. Yeah. When I solve X, then I'll be able to focus on my marriage.
Guilty.
How did that go down for you?
Oh, man. Sadly, I've been down this path too many times, and I'm a slow learner sometimes, Tim. So there's been a lot of times when you're thinking, well, okay, I set goals, I crush them, right? That's just what I do as a business owner. So when we're looking at things that are going on in my relationship, it could be, I want to buy a new car or something, or we want to go on this trip, or, you know what, we're going to launch something new. So at the Powerful Man, transparently, right, we're in the midst of launching a large program that's to help men. And it's something that you, myself, the other coaches have gotten together and we want to do. And so we think about that. And I'm going to use this as an analogy because it's actually different. I'll tell you why. But when you launch that, you think, okay, when that's done and it's launched, then we'll go on a family trip. Then I'll have time to go snowboarding with my son. Then I'll have time to go sledding with my son or take my wife out to dinner and date night and things along those lines. But for now, putting my head down and I'm getting it done. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to plan it out. It's a 6-foot whiteboard behind me. I'm going to write all over it. I got whiteboards all over this room and I'm going to plan it out and I'll come out of this office, 3 months from now or maybe 6. And then I'm going to spend some quality time with my family because, that's when it's all going to be different. And boy, Tim, at the times I've done that, you come out exhausted of that phase. You're beat up. Hopefully you've hit your goal, right? But you look around and your kids have grown up. Like right before your eyes. It's like, what the heck happened? Right? And they're more distant. The one that killed me, the one that kills me is when I see the guys, especially, and one guy that's in the Brotherhood. And so the Brotherhood, for the people that don't know, you go through the activation method, then you have your alpha reset, and a hand-selected group of guys then are able to go into the Brotherhood, which is an elite group of men just like you that have made transformation and change. And I remember him telling me that, even when he was around his child, right? When he's around his child, that they didn't want to be around him. They'd go to their mom.
I remember this story.
What worse is when the mom wasn't there, it was just him and other family members, like extended family, and the kids needed something, whatever it means, water, food, change a diaper, whatever. They went to him last. They never came to him.
Wow.
He was an absentee family member. He didn't exist to the kid. I mean, he existed, and yeah. But when the kids actually needed something, like when the rubber met the road, so to speak, and things really mattered, they didn't go to dad ever.
Wow.
And that would just rip me apart, Tim. And that's what's happening to him. And we see so many men like this that put their head down to solve business problems and business solutions. We're guys, right? And we're somewhat alpha men, and we want to go after and crush stuff. And we're good at it. And as business leaders, we're great at it. And you put a challenge in front of us, we're going to go through the wall, around the wall, over the wall, dig holes, whatever it is. We're getting through that obstacle. But oftentimes what that's done is made us very narrowly focused, and we've missed all the things around us. We've missed the greatness around us. We've missed life has passed us by, birthday parties, anniversaries, special occasions, right? You miss those, going to kids' football matches because you're trying to solve a business problem, because then it'll be better. But the truth is that business problem never gets solved. Because there's another one coming up, and there's another one, and there's another one, and then there's another one.
Yeah. It reminds me of the philosophy that we really instill in the guys, right? And that philosophy is the journey is the destination.
Yeah.
And that's because as men, we like to bring things to completion. But what we fail to realize is it's never going to be complete. Business is never going to be complete. Because of who you are as a business owner who loves to grow, who grows through challenge, you're always going to be, that is the masculine. The masculine grows through challenge. As men, we grow through challenge. So if you're a guy listening to this or watching this who loves to grow and is a business owner, you're always going to be seeking the next challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, it's never going to be complete. And if you then look at your relationship, be it your wife or your marriage, through the same lens as you look at business, okay, well, I'm going to have this date night, and then the spark will be rekindled, and when it's rekindled, then my work is done. I can coast. It's never gonna be that way. I hate to burst the bubble, but it's never going to be that way. Hence why the journey is the destination. So one of the big things that we instill in our guys is there's a speed at which they navigate their journey, right? Because you've got to do it at a pace whereby you're able to maintain momentum over the long term. It's kind of like the rabbit and the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins a race. It might seem at times that you're not moving as fast as you'd like to move, but in order for you to actually win the race long term, you've got to be moving at a pace that allows you to maintain movement. Motion is very different to progress, right? A rocking horse is in motion, rocking back and forth. It doesn't go anywhere. It just goes back and forth. And that's what can happen in business and also marriage if you're confusing motion with progress. So first of all, I invite you to consider the possibility that the journey is the destination, and then to look at your business through the lens that it's never going to be complete, neither is your marriage. And then when you're planning your week, to actually plan your week with the foresight that, okay, I'm going to move a little bit slower this week. I'm going to be balanced across all areas so that in the long run, I can maintain this, rather than building up your wife's hopes because this week you do a date night, next week you do a date night, week after you do a date night, but then by week 4 you're exhausted. Week 5 you can't do it. Week 6 you fall off the wagon. Week 7 you're back to normal, because that's equally as damaging to the woman in your life as not having a date night in the first place, because then she can't trust you. It's broken promises. You're letting her down. So move at a pace that allows you to be consistent for the long term, and don't wait until you've solved the business problem to get to the marriage, because like you said, Doug, it's never going to end.
No, it's not. And this doesn't mean you can't crush things, because, you, myself, Arthur, we crush them. And I'll come back to the program that we're working on and how we're doing it. But Tim, I was talking the other day to a guy who's a business coach. He coaches business owners and executives. And we had a conversation, and his premise was balance is bullshit. It's a lie. You can't have balance in your life, right? Choose business, choose relationships, choose health, whatever you choose, that's what you do. Let the rest go. And so I'm sitting there listening to him. I won't use his name because he listens to our podcasts and our shows that we put out. And he's a great guy, and he'll know who I'm talking to, and you'll get a chance to meet him, Tim, because he's coming. But I was talking to him. He was telling me about this. And he's like, Doug, it's just, it's all BS and what have you. And I asked him, I looked at him and said, how's your life going? Like, no, how's really going? Don't give me a yes answer. And he's like, yeah, it's not going well. Right. And the reason is it wasn't working. He just hadn't found the answer. He'd read every book on balance, right? Read, Harvard Business Review puts out tons of articles on it. Everything about balance in work-life balance and all these cliches, but he hadn't found a formula, right, to get out of the agonies, the 5 agonies that we talk about so often with the guys, and how to actually get out of them. And actually, whether it's the truth, the pillars, the creed, really getting in through those moments. He didn't have those. So I started explaining to him, Tim, what we're doing with the project that we're working on within the Powerful Man, that's going to take the Alpha Reset to the next level and the other things that we're giving to the guys in the Brotherhood. And I explained to him how we do it and how we do it with our families, right? And the fact that I'm going sledding right after this is it can be completely different. It doesn't have to be pain. It's like riding a bike, right? So if you go up to a little kid and you hand him a bicycle and you say, go, and you walk away, the kid's going to try to get on the bike and fall many times. And eventually the kid's going to say, bicycling, it's BS. You can't do it. It's impossible. But if you actually help a child and show them how to get on a bike, how to ride it, how to pedal, how to steer, and give them a formula, a route to go on, rules and things that keep them in, they have the best time. They're giggling, they're playing, they're inventing new ways of biking for themselves, right? This is the same way for you guys, right? Guys that are listening to this right now, you haven't been given a good formula. And the formula that we teach to the Powerful Man is one that's not only theoretical. We've taken the classes, we've read the books, we've gone to the seminars, we've done all that crap. But this is stuff that we've actually have been in the trenches proving time and time again with high-level CEOs, executives, business owners from all over the world time and time again. And the truth is, they're still crushing their business goals, right? I don't care if you're taking home, $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month take home, you're going to want more. You're going to want and strive for more. But that shouldn't define who you are and the way it's feeling for you. It doesn't have to be that way. It's not your fault. You just haven't been given the formula right now to get out of the 5 agonies, right? Go over to the alphareset.com where you can learn more about the 5 agonies and ways to get out of them today, right away. And get on a call with a coach, right? Get on a call with look, our coaches are trained experts in coaching, and they're all experienced business owners. All experienced, active business owners. They're doing the same thing you're doing right now, and right, they're helping men, but plus they're living the life. And the reason that they coach, the reason I coach, and the reason Tim, Arthur, and everybody else coach and give back is because we wish we had this earlier, right? We wish we had it earlier. You have the opportunity to do it. And the only thing that's stopping you is taking action. It's the only thing that's stopping you. So just taking action and getting on a phone call. It's really as simple as that.
Because it comes down to, what kind of role model do you want to be, right? Because for some guys, they'll be happy with just focusing on business. Like this guy you were talking about, trying to compartmentalize, okay, it's just business or it's just this, or, maybe that's the role model he wants to leave for his kids. Maybe he wants his kids to just see a guy who goes to work, who makes money, who isn't in great health, who doesn't have a great, connection with their mother. Maybe that's okay for some guys. I know it's not okay for me, and I know it's not okay for you, and I know it's not okay for the guys we work with. On the flip side, if you want to set a role model, probably the role model that you never had, quite frankly. I know I didn't have this kind of role model, nothing against my father. I just didn't have this kind of role model. I know the type of role model that I am committed to being when we have kids. I am committed to having my children see a different way than I did, a much more balanced way. And in some respect, I agree with you, friend, that balance is bullshit in the sense that, balance would mean there's equilibrium. There's no movement, right? Yeah. So maybe the word there maybe by default, but within balance, a different word would be flow, right? There's a flow and guardrails within it. So you might be business and you marriage and help, but when you weave between, so there's a rhythm that you can live your life with that does overall look like balance. I know, like I say, for me, that's something that, well, it's what we live by, right? But that's just because it's what I want. Not all guys want that, and that's okay. And if you don't want it, then that's cool. If you do want it, like Doug says, head over to thealphareset.com and just have a look. Check it out. See if it's for you. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. If it isn't, cool. If it is, great.
Yeah, gentlemen, I think the most important thing here is just remember, as a business leader, you also want to lead your life, right? Not just your business. Business challenges, yeah, things may get better when you achieve that goal, but have it now. Have it now and achieve that goal, right? Instead of living in the world of or, I could either work on my business or I could go to my kid's football game, or me, I could work on my businesses or I could go sledding with my son. Where's the word and? I can work on my businesses and be with my son, right? I hope to meet you. I hope to see you at the Alpha Reset. I want to just give you a hug and shake your hand for being brave and taking action, not only for yourself, but also for your kids, your family, and your community, as well as your other businesses that you may be worked in. So go over to thealphareset.com, take some action, jump on a phone call with the coach, and just have a short conversation about what's possible for you. That's it for us, guys. We'll see you next time. Have an amazing day.